Das dann mit der Strategie würde ich dann so eintragen. Ich würde den Fahrernamen ich schreibe erst mal die Fahrernamen links runter alle.
Jo. Hello, everybody. This is Into the Happen. I am Paladin, and welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix in TSU in the 2025 championship. This track presentation is always made by Waffle, who will be joining me in a slight second for the whole shebang. Here you can see the track map, and we will come back to this. It might come to a certain problem that I have some issues with my audio sources. Be warned, if you can't hear Waffle, then I'll have to quickly add the source again. I am running with some problems in OBS, but nonetheless, we will have a great time all together. And yeah, let's go to the flyover, and then we'll join Waffle while he is up there preparing stuff. I need to correct here something. A beautiful Grand Prix. The track was built by Cyberpunk, who did a fantastic job. He reworked it extra for the especially for this F1 season that we are doing, and he did a fantastic job. The track is a very good representation of what Suzuka is meant to be. Of course, it's never a 1-to-1 ratio, but it captures the essence and the spirit of Suzuka a lot with all the rides, nooks and crannies. It's a fantastic track, a good model, and nice with a lot of different cars. I hope we can see it in a lot more championships, and it is just fantastic to have it. I am very, very pleased with it, and it's so cool. I tried it myself a little bit in hot lapping, but I have to admit, as always, I'm not as good of an F1 TSU driver as I want to be, so I'll leave it to the pros and to the commentating. And yeah. With this flyover nearly complete, there are the chicanes. By the way, you are seeing these small yellow half circles. These are the new track cutting penalties. So no bollards anymore. We have the penalties now. Drivers get slowed down if they drive over them. And with that, hello. With that, we are in the chat, and I think Waffle, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice. Ah, yeah, true.
Time.
You can hear me all the time. True, sorry. Event server for the F1 event. Okay. Then we go to the F1 server, or not the event server where nobody's online. You know what? I'm going to prepare some things. So please hold the line. I will go to this.
Hold the line.
Hold the line. Okay, Waffle. Now you should be audible here as well. Can you say? Yeah, nice. Oh yeah. I am master of being badly prepared but fixing things quickly. And while we are here at the track presentation, I'm sorry, dear viewers, you have to live with this now. Yeah, I know it's a little bit. I hope
it's creative.
Audio Ausgabe. Okay. No, I don't want this. I want to this. Yes. Do it.
Maybe it's just me, but I might be very quiet on stream.
Oh. Really?
Or at least I could be a little bit louder, I suppose.
I think I have to set a compressor. I have tuned you. Oh no, I can just make you louder in OBS. Not in OBS. How is this called? Discord. Oh yes, I have you set to 75%.
Oh.
Ah, now it should be adequate.
Oh, yeah.
Super, yeah. Sorry guys, I am This is normal behavior, I think.
Quality content.
Quality.
Quality.
Hello, Paladin. Thank you for having.
Okay. So, let me stop the music for a second, because I have a very important message from Cyber for our dearest viewers. Because Cyber, Waffle, I don't know if you know the drama around this. Not the drama. Drama is stirring the pot too much. But Cyber actually switched teams. So Cyber isn't driving any longer for Ferrari. He is now driving for Haas. And is my turbo sliders broken? Are they on the event server? Yes, they are. Okay. Are they doing anything? No, they aren't.
I'm on the wrong server, I just realized.
I don't know. Not even. Come on. Yeah, I was too.
I was on the wrong server first, and then everyone joined me, and then everyone left. That's what it was, I think.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Quality content. Yeah, you said it correctly, my friend. We start with Prix Q1 now. Okay. I'll still show the message from Cyber. I'll let the pre-qualifying. I can't even speak English now anymore. I'll just we switch to the spectator mode. I'll add this here, and then have a listen and repeat. Okay, where's this here?
Hello, Paladin. Thank you for having me on your stream.
No, it isn't. I like
think
it.
I have kickstarted
Cool.
the silly season in the TSU F1
Don't leave me
2025 championship.
Why?
Felt more at home.
Somebody hear
at
something?
Haas.
No. Okay. Then this doesn't work. Let's do it differently.
I'm hearing something on stream, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, it wasn't... Okay. Weird. I'm...
Some cyber voice.
Cyber voice. Okay, then I'll just play it for the stream.
Hello, Paladin. Thank you for having me on your stream.
And what do you have to tell me?
I think I have kickstarted the silly season in the
TSU F1
2025 championship.
This is quality content.
With my swap from the Ferrari team towards the Haas F1 team. I have asked the team leaders if they were okay with the swap, since I was swapping with Jakub from Haas and obviously my position at Ferrari. And the reason for that is I felt more at home at Haas, and not that I wasn't welcomed over there at Ferrari, but still it
I have
felt
to
kind of strange
shake my head to see that I'm still
the Haas F1
people.
team being represented by
PogChamp. I am a professional streamer now. I didn't even change my shirt.
Drivers which haven't been
I
driving
wanted to do. We are starting with pre-qualifying, but I'll leave you hanging with the message from Cyber, which is very
I was
important.
always eyeballing
By the way,
Haas,
from what I know from Cyber, he will be doing the race analysis afterwards.
Offer from Ferrari, I picked it at the beginning of the season,
last time.
But it didn't feel right with me. So that's the reason for the swap, and I am looking forward to the championship ahead, and especially on tonight's race
I can't
at
hear
the Japanese GP.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, now I'm sorry, guys. That wasn't as good as I planned it to be. I wanted to have some like meaningful stuff there.
It was good scuff. Good scuff.
Thank you. Good scuff
content.
Thank you. I am professional video creator. I am making millions off of this stream, and I don't know what else I should say. This is pre-qualifying right now. We are following Boxer Evo, Nestor. Then we have a lot of good players. Honestly, there are 20 players here. What is with the rest of the field? Is there a second server, or is this just now qualifying?
I can take a look, but I think that's all, I suppose.
Why do we have a pre-qualifying then? Asking for a friend?
That's a good question. Maybe I think I don't know actually.
Okay, not we are professionals again. I can't overstate this fact.
I'm thinking about it.
We are thinking. Okay, quality is actually looking very good. Stream wise.
But I guess this might also not be pre-qualifying then.
Okay, then it's a little bit more serious than we thought.
But it's just a big might. It might not be pre-qualifying.
We will just treat it as such, and we will be happy about it. But coming back to the cyber, to the cyber thematics for a very short amount of time. But let's wait for the drivers to finish their laps. We have Grandi in pole position right now. Horrendous says
just actually go ahead and just ask them once they're done. Just quickly hop into their voice chat.
I just do it per
I'll just write it. Yeah, that's also
pre-quali. Okay,
so it's pre-quali.
It's pre-quali. Nice. Then we haven't missed shit. Yeah, to summarize the cyber not incident, but you know, cyber switching teams from Ferrari to Haas. Who's that with a 4.2? That's crazy time. He basically said that he felt more at home at Haas and wanted to drive there and have fun there, have a good time. And that's why he switched teams and traded with Jakub. I think it has a little bit to do. Oh yeah, by the way, Jakub of Bohemia, as you can see here in P20, he switched from Haas to Ferrari. And I think it has a little bit to do that Cyber wants to be like, it's stupid to say, but Cyber doesn't want to be number one, or wants to be like number one in Haas, or a driver in Haas to help support the team, because Ferrari already has two great drivers in Boxer and in Jormeli, so he doesn't see the reason to block there a third spot. So he moved teams, switched to a team that he felt needed his input more. And I think that's a very good thing. It's still a little bit weird for me that we have like Foseni, Nestori, and Vispa in one team, and obviously they will all qualify because they are that good. And I think I would like to see them split up, maybe, that, for example, Nestori switches teams. But, oh, this is just pre-qualifying for Cyber, what? Okay.
It's Cyber qualifying.
It's Cyber qualifying. But the thing is, Foseni actually announced yesterday or on Wednesday, I think, that he, after this Japanese Grand Prix, will stop racing competitive TSU for a while. He did this last time in summer. So yeah, from then on, VCarb will only have Nestori and Vispa competing. Pera now announcing that he's not driving today, which is fine, I guess. You know what, Waffle? I leave you to commentating for a bit. I want to switch shirts because I want to get out of my old workwear from today.
Yeah, understandable. It's now my stream. Welcome to my stream. It's me, the 8B Waffle. I usually broadcast the, let's just say, the Friday sessions, the triple heats. So I get to take a little bit of a spotlight, or more like a background role tonight. I'll be your co-caster for the F1 Japanese GP. And what I will provide for the broadcast will be, well, I'll try my best to provide some strategic informations. That's my role for tonight. So I'm just gonna vibe. Meanwhile, Paladin is gonna take over the main caster role for this cast, and we'll be sharing information, or I'll be sharing information to him about the driver strategy and maybe give him hints on what's happening behind the scenes on track. That's what I'm here for tonight.
You're only doing behind the scenes stuff. Hello.
Best timing. I'll just describe my role for the stream.
Nice, that's good.
Who I am, what I'm doing, why am I here, why do I exist?
Did you already
stuff.
plug your channel?
I actually didn't.
Wasted opportunity, mate. Now it's too late. It's too late.
Twitch.tv/HBWaffle.
Okay. Yeah. Go have a look. Waffle has some great old broadcasts of races, also some up-to-date stuff. I think you did a lot of broadcasting in lately in Buick League, no?
Yeah, a couple times, but the last couple weeks I've been not doing anything, but I do want to get back into Triple Heat Fridays.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
If they come around again.
It's crazy, you know.
Currently, since we got the F1 going here, then I'll just switch from, like, instead of doing the Triple Heat, we'll do the F1 then, as long as it's going.
Yeah, of course. What do you think? What? This is the elimination for Jacob. Sadly, didn't make the main race. Okay. What do you think about the driver changes that we saw?
You mean from Cyberpunk?
Yeah. So Cyberpunk and Jacob switching places.
To be honest, I'm not currently on point on the drivers. I'm currently going through the standings to just get a little bit of an overview in all of it, and trying to write down as many names as possible. But that said, since it's the first race I'll be watching, I have actually no idea. But looking at the teams, Frozini and Nestori looking strong. Grandi and Stealth on Merc looking very good. Well, Cyberpunk, he switched from Ferrari to Haas, was it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be... Wait, which team is Haas again? Was it... No, wait.
Haas with Tobicek.
Tobicek.
I think he didn't race last time, or he didn't make pre-qualifying.
They knew because they're not in the standings, I think. Yeah, I don't see them.
Maybe they didn't race both last time. I'm not quite sure right now.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, it's
5 people in chat. Mind. Cool.
Always get some of the Formula 1 teams mixed up. So Haas is Sauber, right? Sauber is a different team.
Sauber and Haas is Haas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a nice look at the flyover again. While McVision is preparing everything needed for qualifying. As always, we will... Oh, my chair is screeching immensely today. We are moving to Q1 now in the background. And as it is in real life, this will have 3 qualifying. So it's Q1, Q2, Q3 every time 5. So for Q1 and Q2, obviously, 5 drivers will be eliminated, and the rest will go on and set the time, and at the end, the top 10 is then called. And yeah, it's a great addition to have it here. There will be a pee break, as Cosandre says, which is funny. Always Always the break. Yeah. I am looking forward to this. Right now, we have Cyberpunk in P1, which is really weird. And hold on, let me quickly. Hey, here. Mixed up something. Oh, now level is loading already. Okay, then we are really starting. Nice.
Let's go. I'm gonna try my best
I think
quickly write down the drivers list.
I think Stealth and Grandi will be very crazy, but also like Charged, who is always a force to be reckoned with. But you never can't underestimate Frosseni, and today on his last official race for the foreseeable future, I think he wants to be very up there. At least I hope so.
Well, we'll see. I think maybe let's just hope he's not already in vacation mode. But I think we might be up for surprises from some of the drivers.
You know what I forgot?
Looking currently at Stealth.
I'll have a look at Charge, see what he is capable of in the McLaren. Of course, if you are wondering, no game sound. This is a feature, not a bug. Because qualifying is hosted in ghosted mode to make it a little bit less complicated for the driver. And it's not an issue per se, but it's like, let's call it a feature where you don't have game sound when it's ghosted in spectator mode. Also charged here through, I think that was 130R, taking very high risk over the detection zone for shortcuts. So I'm really looking forward to this. Stealth and Charged having very different approaches. Only 2 laps for Q1. So you have to be very much on point. But honestly, as you compare it with like normal F1, qualifying there is also like effectively it's 2 laps for everybody. If you have to do a 3rd lap, you did something so immensely wrong that you probably won't get out of it anyway, or you will run out of tires. And we see 1 minute 4.8 from Charged. And now comes the really big hitters. 0.39 from Nestori, 0.32 from McVisson, 3.1 from Grandi, which, whoa, insane lap times. I don't know, and I don't want to know what my PB on this track is. Probably around 1.9 or 1.7 or something like this. I'm definitely several seconds slower than these guys. But honestly, they have been training this for a very long time, and it's good to see coming everything together. And wow, Charge is maximizing the track here as much as he can. And yeah, currently Thales, Whiplash, Gongos, Yuki, and OD Girls are all in the elimination zone. Javen's only barely made it. Stealth not being a tight bit faster than Charged. And both maybe with a little bit better lap time now. We will see. Okay. Who's still running? Thales, Iava. Rest is finished. Yuki as well. Oh, Yuki did a good job. Now P5. P15. Cyberpunk, lag in chicane. That is very unfortunate. Thales now coming home. Does he make it? Ah, no. But better lap time. So Thales, Grongos, Igiava, OD Girls, and Cyberpunk are eliminated. Which surprises me. I didn't thought that Cyberpunk will be eliminated. But it is what it is.
Cyberpunk is actually surprising.
Yeah, I mean, he had, as he wrote in the chat, he had lags in the chicane, which is very unfortunate. It's very hard part. Yeah, Yuki made it to P15 on the second attempt.
Yuki being up there, that's
very nice.
A little bit of a surprise. He got fast. Some new names here as well.
Yeah,
OD girls
and Yuki.
That driver. Yeah, Yuki I've seen before. He's been in the triple heats.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes.
Who's
actually?
Why does Thales have CAD as tags? Is it?
That's a good question.
Because he's Cadillac. True.
Cadillac.
Yeah, as Thales and who else? I'm not quite sure. Thales and one of the Finnish guys is driving a Cadillac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, AOD? What's AOD?
Audi.
Ah.
Should
okay.
be.
There's some fantasy teams in here as well.
No, Cadillac. I mean, Audi is confirmed for next year in the F1.
Yeah.
And Cadillac is confirmed for, I think, 2028. First with a customer engine, and then they will build their own.
It's actually interesting.
Yeah.
F1 teams. Maybe a bigger grid then as well?
Yeah. So Audi will take over Sauber. So this what is currently known as Kick F1 Sauber or Stake Kick F1 Sauber or something like this will be Audi from next year onwards, and Cadillac joins as 11th team. I like it. It's very cool to see General Motors in F1. I honestly think it's a little bit weird that they are naming the F1 team Cadillac. I would have understood it more if they would have gone with like Corvette or something like this, because it's also one of their brands. But then at the end, I mean, if you see a Mercedes F1 car, you don't think S-Class, you know? So maybe it's not that important.
I mean, for me, it's kind of always funny that Aston Martin is sometimes, or was. Oh wait, that McLaren is faster than Mercedes right now. Even though don't they use a Mercedes engine as well?
Yeah. But they have the better aerodynamic efficiency right now. Yeah, the differences in, like it was in the early 2000s when you had the customer engine, you know that you will be dead, because the engine sellers always tuned down the engines. You wouldn't get the latest upgrades. You don't have that much factory support. But that has long changed. And right now it's like, oh no, McVision had a big off in the chicane. Oh no, that is very unfortunate. If he runs out of luck now, he will be eliminated. But it looks like it's Webb, Yuki, Jomeli, Kosandari, and Remit biting the bullet. And Remit therefore repeating, or not repeating, but switching around what happened last time, because Remit qualified very up high and finished very low because he had made some mistakes, and McVision did the exact same thing. McVision qualified low and finished high. And yeah, maybe we will see a return of that. But I mean, 11th is like mid pace, mid grid. This will be a very harsh start for Dremel, definitely. Right in the pack. Charged.
I mean, it's
gonna
be a strong midfield if Dremel is there, if Whisper will stay down there in the top 10, and Kosandari right behind Dremel is already like some fights.
Yeah, of course. And of course, I mean, Jomeli, great driver. Darren, great driver. J-Benz, great driver. McVision, great driver. The pack is so stacked right now that it is very, very, very hard to imagine what will happen at the start. This is a very, very, very crazy. This will be a very crazy race, man. And the track just works so well. But yeah, let's see. I will follow J-Benz now in the Williams. Always an underdog fan. That is Very cool that we have one Williams remaining right now. And I am... But Jabins didn't manage the S's as good as he could, maybe. But he has a second attempt, so let's not count him out that quick. What do you think of the track, Marvel?
I think it's a very difficult track to some degree, especially with keeping the speed throughout the track, since we got a lot of fast corners, a lot of prolonged corners even. So there will be a lot of room for overtakes if people manage to stay close. But then again, that also creates a lot of room for mistakes if people overestimate the potential of their Schleppträumen.
Definitely, this will be a very big challenge. But I think following here, as you said, keeping your pace is such a great task that I dread that we won't have that much fights going on, because it's just so easy here to make these small individual mistakes that keep you away from each other, as we see with Stealth here in front of Jabens. He got white out of, I think that was Deckner 2. I'm not quite sure about the color names. I know some here, but I am not a Suzuka specialist. I like the track. I know roughly how it goes, but I'm not that good with the corner names. It's not the track I'm most familiar with, I have to admit.
I don't have any corner names on this one either, so no worries.
I know there's 130R that is a very long-ish corner, but I'm not quite sure which long-ish corner is. I think that's the big corner in front of the last chicane. That's 130R. Then you have the Deckners 1 and 2. These are the corners under the bridge uphill. And then I know the spoon corner, but I'm not quite sure even where the spoon corner is. By the way, the Deckner corners are named after an East German motorrad. East German motorcycle driver, Ernst Deckner, who did a very great case of industrial espionage, because he raced for the... It's quite a crazy story. Ernst Deckner raced for the MZ racing team out of Zschopau in East Germany. And the back in the day, when the what is now MotoGP raced 125cc engines, the East German motorcycles were unbeatable, because they had two-stroke engines that were just top of the field. They had some very, very important engineers that really well understood the assignment, and they designed great engines. And Ernst Deckner, who was very unhappy with the regime here in East Germany, with all the travel restrictions and stuff like this, he decided after the Finnish Grand Prix he decided beforehand, but after the Swedish Grand Prix in the year where he decided to leave the country and to go to Japan and help, I think it was Honda, to develop their engine program, because he knew a lot of the secrets. Obviously, race drivers are always important when it comes to race engine development. And yeah, that's made Ernst Deckner hated in the East, loved in the West. It's a very interesting story.
I have no knowledge about these things.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known it because I'm not that much into motorcycle racing, but I in the past time back when they back in the old, let's say, layout, they Donut Media made a great podcast episode about this, and I found it very interesting. And yeah, I'll show the flyover once more because it's a great tool to have it in between.
I can quickly give you actually the corner names now. So
Yeah,
1 and 2 are actually called first turn.
That is creative. S's.
Yeah, the long left after the S's is the Dunlop curve. Then we got the Degner curve, which you just mentioned as well.
Oh, it's not the uphill one. It's the downhill one before the bridge, Degner 1 and 2. Okay.
No, it's yeah. Right after the S, the uphill one is the Dunlop,
and Spoon
and then
is
comes the Degner, which is the slight bend, which is the kind of hard bend to the right.
Yeah.
Bend off. Then the hairpin 1011 is called hairpin.
Another creative corner name, mate.
At 1314, which I think we just flying over right now, is the spoon curve.
Yeah.
And
then we come to 130R. Yeah.
The left bend. There's no name on it on this track map I'm looking at least. Then the 16, 17, 18. That's called the Casio triangle.
Oh, like the calculator Casio. Interesting.
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's a Japanese brand.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, by the way, final starting grid: Grandi in the Mercedes and Stealth in the other Mercedes 1 and 2. Charged in the McLaren P3. Sauber in the P4 McVisson. That's I think a first for Sauber, at least this season. Boxer Evo in 5th for Ferrari. Then we have Then we have the first V-Carb in Nestori, J-Vance with the Williams, Whisper with the other V-Carb, Darren with the Aston Martin, Preseni with the third V-Carb, so V-Carb 3 cars in the top 10, which is crazy. Sauber with Dramet in P11, P12, Alpine Cossandari, Jormeli in the Ferrari P13, not second Red Bull, only Red Bull as far as I'm concerned here. Red Bull Racing with Yuki in the P14, Whiplash, other Aston Martin P15, Cyber in the Haas P16, then Audi Girls in the Audi, Iggy Yava in a Sauber in P18, Grongos in the other Williams in P20, and Cadillac with Thales in P20. And we should soon start the race, and I am very much looking forward to this.
I'm surprised that Froseni is down on P10 actually, because this is a track which he has driven a lot in the triple heat.
Yeah, but maybe he's not that comfortable with the rework here.
Maybe. But we'll see in the race. Maybe the strategy will paint a different picture.
Yeah, but you can only do so much with strategy. I mean, yeah, you can make maybe 2-3 places, but there's barely a case where you get the right call, especially in all dry conditions, as we always will have in TSU. It's just very hard to make up like 5, 6, 7 places with a good strategy call. Because then you have to execute really perfectly. But now I shut up and we will have a look at the race start. We'll make a aborted start. What is happening?
Did they abort immediately? Yeah. Restart? What did they do?
I have no clue. Wrong positions. Random time start order standings. All right. I think McVisson had set it to last event, not to standings. This is Hey, Starek. Nice to see you in chat. Yeah, I'll tell the good luck to the drivers. I think they need it. Now with the correct starting procedure, hopefully. This will hopefully be something very interesting. And yeah. I'm getting... I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit tired now. But that's okay. We are already online in the stream for 46 minutes. That's insane. Shameless Black Nice was it? Are you co-streaming there?
Here we go in. No, I'm not co-streaming on Twitch. I'm just chilling out over here.
Nice.
I was thinking about co-streaming it, but nah, not tonight.
And green lights. Gandhi charged. We have a very impressive move from Jomeli. And we will go immediately here into the action as McVision is trying to claim third position, and for a short moment it looks like he will succeed with it. And indeed, stealth by... No, it was Grandi indeed. Grandi bites the dust, going into P4. Bad start for him, I guess. Charged and stealth in P1 with that. Boxer Evo, great move. Moving Grandi even further behind. Grandi now breaking into one of the Dagners, I think that was. Was it? I shut my mouth about the corner names. Come on, don't overdo it, Paladin. Grandi now trying to push J-Benz as hard as he can, and this will obviously lead to some questioning after the race. But for now, we have to stick with it. Boxer slowing the car down properly to make it... Oh, Forseni making 3 positions up now. He's... Oh, what's Forseni do? Oh, holy shit. Forseni just steered to the left with... Like, it looked like he had his controller locked or something like this. Kusandari also making up...
He doesn't have lag.
Yeah, it looks a little bit iffy from what I am seeing. Oh, Cyberpunk trying to make a move here. Still in P11, Cyber. No, Cyber made up some spots. I am stupid. Cyber actually increased his positions quite a lot. Did he get eliminated in the first quali? Yeah, of course he did.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Of course he did.
No, yeah, because we were talking about it, you know.
Yeah.
So much now. Now Umpa connect. Okay, OD Girls is having a tough time here in the back. Whiplash fighting with Grongos a little bit. Thales actually did a great job. Now a little bit too much on the green, giving Grongos and the Blue Williams on the left side an opportunity to sweep around the outside. Thales blocks, and obviously Igiava in the Sauber always also has to talk a word about this as well. But now Grongos making it past Thales with a good move. We see here now, like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars for a fight. And this is... Oh, Jomeli with the shortcut penalty. Goodbye, Jomeli. No longer spectating you for now. we have Dramet. I think that's Darren. That should be Yuki and Kosandari. All fighting for P10 or P11. Yuki going right, giving Darren the advantage. Also in front there, going wide is Wispa, who now gets overtaken by Kosandari, and now is in the thick of it with Darren, Dramet, and Yuki right behind him. Yuki getting punted from Igiyawa, who missed the breaking point. Dramet locks his tires with Yuki and slams both of them to a wall. And let's quickly let's quickly calm it down there. Remotely, I'll add. Okay, what do we have here? Nestori is now behind Cyber, who made it to P8. And I am very, very keen in seeing what will happen. And you know what would be great there, Waffle? If we had now a replay. to see the incident again.
The replay thing. We'll try that next week.
Yeah. If this works as easy as we think it does, this will increase our ball size immensely. Okay, what's happening up front? We have here Boxer Evo, who fell back a good bit, and Grandi, who made up even less places or lost even more places. I'm sorry, English is not my first language, and brain is also not my first thinking instrument. Shit. We have Grandi here, who really fell back, and it's looking rather dicey, rather interesting, I have to say. Oh.
Okay, so I now noted down all the currently used tires, and interestingly enough, Stealth is the only one on softs, but he's up on P2 right now.
But this
all
means
the others got meds and hearts.
What is the expected? I can show for a brief, like half a lap. I hope you guys can chill out there. It's not showing. Why isn't it? Ah, no, it is. Okay, I'm stupid. Fastest strategy.
Yeah, so
this is like from Igiyama, the strategy board. You saw it last time also in news. We have a very different. We have like some two stoppers. We have actually one stopper with medium and hard, which is very close to the fastest strategy, which is actually hard, soft, hard, or like a variation of this. And I think that is what Stealth is going to do. I think he takes softs and then 2 stints on hards. I'm also very interested in someone who does the medium, hard, medium strategy, as it's pointed out in the middle, or a variation of this. Yeah, it will be interesting strategy-wise. What do you think, Waffle?
Might be interesting to see if Stealth even goes for the meds, softs meds, if he can pull that one off. But
the alt strategy, yeah. Okay, that would be crazy,
the
man.
Alternative one.
But you have to stretch those meds out so long.
Then... Yeah, but you could also vary. Like, you could just go for like soft first, and then maybe try the meds, and for the rest then decide what he's gonna take, because then he can still switch to the hard. So he could do a soft med hard stint, technically. But all the, funnily enough, are actually very evenly distributed between hards and meds, because we got 9 meds and 10 people on hards right now.
Okay, then we will see a very interesting fight.
Almost.
By the way, we have our first Suzuka victim, because actually, and here I have him, Boxer Evo disconnected. I am not quite sure. Let's use the free cam to see where he is on track. So he is right in the S's. I think he is safe, but from the tire marks, I think he has just legs or like internet trouble, because this looks not like a normal driving path. And the game now takes...
Yeah, it looks like suddenly in that right-hand turn, he started turning left, disconnected, and then just drove all the way through the barrier there.
Potentially.
On the other side. Luckily, no one else got taken out there.
Yeah.
I suppose. Like,
I think he did a good job of parking there. Hopefully he makes it back, but I mean, his race obviously is now impossible to do good. So we leave him to it, and hope that he returns better in the next race, which will be on the 1st of May.
The first one in the pits. First stop, and he's going for the hards.
Oh, but Stealth actually lost a lot of places there. He's now in P13 from P2. Stealth with with the hards, previously softs, and he's now stuck behind people with only slightly used tires. So Iggy here on 72% hards, which means that Stealth now is basically not killing his race, but making it for him very hard with his strategy, because that led him so much into traffic. I don't like the call, but I appreciate the balls behind it, basically. Okay, Jomelli now going
it's gonna be interesting, because a lot of people are gonna pit right in front of him.
Yeah,
soon.
Of course.
No, if you can't just keep up with them.
I mean, the hards are at 70%. How long do you drive?
At some point.
40%. That is what? That's like 10 more laps or something like this.
Yeah, but we'll see how much he can maybe
the longest hard stint here.
Keep his tires in check. If he maybe can prolong his stint, if that can maybe help him or something.
Yeah, I mean, if the strategy board is correct, then we are looking at a pit window between 13 and like 21 laps for hards, or like a little bit more, let's say 25. And this is like crazy, you know. He is now stuck behind a lot more players. By the way, McVision now trying to catch up, or not catch up, but McVision got actually overtaken by Grandi, and he's now very close to Grandi to get his position back. Grandi with the exact same tires as McVision, mediums 55%, and it will be very, very interesting to see who is gonna come out on top. I can't use the debug. I would have liked to see how much draft McVision is getting right now from Grandi, but you can't always forget that there's also dirty air in TSU, where you actually lose a bit of downforce while you're on draft, and this is customizable. This is the greatest thing about this game. This has so many small details that are so good for so many different levels of racing. Grandi now with the Grandi mistake, going through the corner there, and McVision beautiful overtake on the outside of 130R, like Alonso in his best days around Michael Schumacher. This is fantastic racing that we are seeing here. McVision profiteering immensely from Grandi's mistake, and Grandi now looking back, of course, looking to gain his position back, and we will stick with them for a short amount of time to see if Grandi retaliates, because McVision now, as you can see from the smoke from his tires, actually having a little bit more trouble than Grandi to keeping it on the road, maybe because of some different racing lines there, and Grandi is now very, very close. Will we see a return of what McVision did last lap? This will be a fantastic opportunity here for some good racing action, and I actually deactivate the names so that you can see it better. And let's use a little bit closer camera for this, but maybe a last chicane. Oh, Grandi isn't close enough. Not yet. Maybe another lap. McVision also going for the grass, and Grandi, for a very interesting switch up, goes for the pit lane. And this leaves us now with also Nestori and Cyberpunk in the pit lane. Grandi switching on another set of mediums, as well as Cyber actually switched to hards, and Nestori also to mediums. Yuki now making up some places, now in P14. Nestori right behind Yuki, and Rongos behind them. Cyber a little bit further back. And let's see what's happening on the front. Because I think charged. What's the prediction for the pit strategies? 16 laps or a little bit more for the one stop. I'm interested. Waffle, you are charged now coming in. Okay, then I'll postpone my question to later, if that's okay with you. Waffle?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. I was
just had all the pit stops at
oh good.
right now, right?
I was just worried that. Yeah, I think so. Now some coming in. Roseni and Charged came in. It leaves Darren right now with his set of hard tires on P2, which is insane considering that he started from like P10 or P9 or something like this. And I want to really see what he can do with it, because Darren is actually a very good driver, and I hope he can make a lot of stuff out of this. It's fascinating to me, you know. I mean, these people, nobody's getting paid to do this. Everybody has a great time, comes together and races, and it's very sincere and it's very, very professional, I have to admit. Stealth now trying his best to get past Roseni, a duel we have seen in many other series, and the question is now who will succeed? Is it Roseni, the all-time champion, or is it Stealth, the all-time runner-up? It will be a fantastic fight to watch. McVision and Grandi again are very close, but also Iggy.
I just hope I didn't miss a pit stop now.
Oh, good. If we don't have the full picture, then it's not
it's fine. I think the only thing I did wrong, I misplaced the lap for Stealth. I think I wrote in the wrong lap there.
He came.
Not sure when he switched from.
I mean, he came very early. I think it was lap 10. Yeah, it was lap 9 or 10. I think 9 to 10 he switched.
Yeah. And I would check out, because I somehow wrote in lap 12 or so.
Tremit now in behind Whiplash. Ooh, good move into the first corner. Yeah, okay. Both on hard tires. Now 50% reduced. It's
Longo's coming in, switching to Mets.
Oh, Nestori nearly got Javens, but Javens is a very experienced driver, and he didn't make life easy for Nestori there. It is definitely for sure. And Javens now trying to make past Whiplash, using his draft, going for the inside around the nearly last corner, now into the chicane. He made it past Whiplash, and Nestori now trying to attack Whiplash. Obviously, Nestori with the better tires, Whiplash letting them go and driving into the pit lane now. Very, very risky move, but it seems to work. Yormelli now coming in, switching to mediums. And Cyberpunk now P12. Okay, I'll need the lap leaderboard. McVision now stuck behind Whisper. The question is, did Whisper get past McVision, or did Whisper come there after the pit stop? I'm not quite sure right now. Ooh. McVision actually driving a little bit in the back of Whisper, but that wasn't on purpose. Darren now going into the pit lane, leaving for Senny now in P2. Waffle, you know what we discussed in the beginning? Where I said, hey, it's very hard to make up like 10 places with strategy. Well, Freseni started P10, you know. He's now in P2.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 seconds behind Charged. But Charged is right now in the slower compound. Freseni started on... Let me check the sheet. Freseni started on mediums. Changed to another set of mediums. They both came in the exact same lap, by the way, but Freseni must have made up a lot of places during the pit stop phase and through his general sense of just great racing. So yeah, I am completely baffled. Obviously, Freseni will have to either stretch out. No, he has mediums. Sorry. Obviously, Freseni has to pit another time, and theoretically, Charged has the chance to extend his hards. But from what I think he will do, I think Charged will also come in a second time. Maybe even for softs. Who knows? I am ready to get positively subscribed. Subscribe to the channel, obviously. I am surprised, I wanted to say, but subscribe also good for the shameless plug. Nestori now coming very close to J-Benz. Only half a second between them. In F1 they would have DRS now, but nothing like this here. We do our overtakes in the good old-fashioned way with elbow grease and superior racing ability. Nothing like overtaking helpers in TSU, which I am very, very in favor for, honestly. It would ruin the experience, in my opinion. But you could theoretically, with the draft settings in this game, you could tweak them like this so that you get a DRS light effect. But it's a very long process to do so, but it would be immensely funny. Only problem is then behind corners with the downforce loss. But I guess that's life, you know. Can't get everything.
Kind of interesting to see what strategies the people picked, but most of them seems like are going with the hard, or even a double hard strategy, as we see Darren doing right now. All the others, Yuki is also going for a hard strat right now.
Oh, maybe Darren does
all the others are currently...
Does a hard only one stopper, or aren't they allowed? Do they have to switch tire compounds? Do you know that?
I'm actually not sure, but I can check if they have to.
I don't recall reading that in the regulations.
Don't think so. Oh no, you have to. You have to.
Okay. Darren,
so they have to
then,
switch.
Darren,
they'll probably go for the hard soft.
Okay, then Darren either didn't read it.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't care. No, he probably comes in for a second time.
Yeah, I mean he pitted lap 17, so if he goes for 17-17, he's gonna pit
40
lap
34,
30 something.
Yeah,
34. Yeah, and then maybe do a soft stint or maybe even a med stint, since the two strategies.
I personally, I don't know how you are positioned on this, but personally, I always like it to do softs at the end to get these boosts of some fresh, very fast compound at the end, just to maybe get the last final shot at glory, you know.
Yeah, but for me, it doesn't really matter too much. I just go for the strat I picked beforehand. And usually I like to use the faster compounds either towards the start or even towards depending on how the race is going, maybe even towards some of the stints in the middle.
Yeah.
Just to have maybe be able to use some clean air and use the faster compounds to just get my line on the track.
But with the faster compounds, you are also better at not at overtaking, but at making spots up because you have the faster compound. So I don't think.
Of course. Even then, I can still catch up to the others and still overtake them.
Yeah, true.
So if anything, it's just faster in general. It depends on where you are or what you need to do right now.
Oh, I'm just watching, but we are at the topic of tires. I'm just watching Stealth, and he now seems to struggle a lot on his hard tires. Through some of the longer corners, his line didn't look his line looked very bad. I think at 50% the hards appear to be very hard to drive. Yeah, out of the last long corner, I think that was 130R. He is getting already tire squeaking, so that is always a good indicator on TSU that you are not overdoing your tires, but that the tires reach the end of their life cycle. And
that could also be an indicator for especially when you use a soft strat, soft then to hards. It always takes a lot of time to get used to the hards, I think.
Yeah, true. But look at this. Are you at yeah. Did you see how much he drifted outwards? It is, for me, it's, yeah, small bump into McVissen. He's probably frustrated with himself right now. But it's crazy, Around 24. When did Stealth pit? Lap 10. So he has 14 laps of hards. And dang, his hards are done for the day.
I think Thales is the only one doing a one-stopper. Because Thales just pitted lap 20.
Okay, crazy.
And switched to the Mets after doing the 20 laps with the hards, but I think he mixed up the strategy there.
Problem is that
you're supposed to do the 20 laps on the maps on the Mets and then switch to the hards.
Yeah, but I mean Thales.
Oh, never mind, lap 24. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lap 24, so it could work for him.
Wait, no, Thales, no. You wrote that Thales changed to mediums on lap 19. He started hard. Oh, yeah, now I understand what you mean.
That's where I miswrote. That's what I was talking about.
Ah, okay.
Probably the thing that happened to Stealth. I looked at the position instead of the lap, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, Stealth now.
For the other time.
Stealth now came in for the second time. By the way, he changed to hards again. Lap 7 to 8. So yeah.
Wait, which lap?
No, not fuck.
25?
Yeah, 25. He's the Scheiße.
It's not that easy.
Professional content. Professional.
Javens coming in for his final pit stop.
Javens.
25. Javens. Igor also coming in. Javens going for the hearts. Igor also hearts.
Typo. Oh, Cyberpunk now getting a little. Getting close. Whoa, you know what I just realized? I mean, first of all, Cyberpunk is now P5 behind Grandi, which is. What the fuck? I mean, Cyber again? Okay, I completely have to revoke all my ideas about strategy. Apparently, I'm just I guess, stupid or something like this. Because, holy shit, Cyberpunk is in P5 and he got eliminated in Q1. So, then, in P4 now, because why actually? Oh, somebody in front of him must have pitted. I think that was, McVision was just in the pit lane, I feel like.
Yeah, the thing is, Cyberpunk is still to pit, so he's gonna at least lose 2 places.
Yeah, but I mean...
Maybe 3 even.
No, Fresini pitted. Fresini was P2. Yeah, Fresini pitted. Fresh hard tires. And Stealth pitted also. Same
Fresini,
as
McVision.
I know, we had Stealth. We saw Stealth. Sorry. Charged 17 seconds clear of Grandi. I think Charged is having the time of his life. It is fascinating, really. 17 seconds. Man, Charged. I think Charged has already won this race. If he pits now, he still has the time. He would still probably come out at P1. The pit lane is not that long. You don't lose that much time.
Yeah, he just has to go through with his strategy and he will be safe. As long as there's no bigger mistake happening.
Yeah.
I think he got this one. But it's fair to say, I mean, he wasn't really involved in any kind of fights. Only at the beginning overtaking Stealth so far. So the whole race kind of worked in his favor there.
Yeah, definitely. Although, also his tire life starts to show, and he pits. He comes in, and I'll stay with Grandi because I am keen to know when he comes out. But we will quickly move then back to I think McVision. But let's first stay focused here. And is he already out? Yeah, he comes out in front of Grandi. That is immense good racecraft. He's on Mets now. I think he has it in his pocket, honestly. I don't see how he can make something wrong now. He just has to bring it home. Question is now, when is the next lapping going to happen? It's still a good chunk away. Congo's now into the pit lane, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Nice. And I want to go see what McVision is doing right now, because McVision is in a fierce fight for P5 with Darren, who is on used hearts against Stealth, and McVision trying to join the party, and we are live watching it. McVision taking a very good approach through this long corner here and slowing it down quite nicely. Stealth a little bit on the more aggressive side, losing out to Darren in the process, who can get a little bit breath of air, because now Stealth is having to defend vehemently from McVision. But McVision, very smart racing driver, maximizing all the track with the shortcut penalties. That is actually crazy good. Stealth now losing a bit of traction. McVision has 7% better tires. Oh no! McVision catches the shortcut. That was so unnecessary. Wow. Yeah, indeed. Wow. Oh, Stealth now going for the overtake on Darren, but Darren, revered driver and renowned for not making overtakes easy as it does this time. Darren, by the way, on 58% hearts. I think I mean, it's crazy how good he is in defending with these kind of rubbish used old hard tires. And it's just amazing to see how he can keep stuff behind. I mean, obviously, he closed the door with a little bit more force, but on my books, honestly, that was an okay move. It was not like very forced or something like this. It was just peak racing, man. Very good from him. Oh, that was unnecessary, but I think he noticed. Maybe he got caught out by the bump there. But this was too hard. He forced Stealth off the track. I mean, where should Stealth go? He knew that he would be there. That's why he defended there. Stealth now having to defend himself from McVision. And Darren doesn't want to give up the position. Simple as that. I mean, I understand it. I relate to it.
I mean, if anything, there's a penalty system in play, so...
Yeah.
No worries there.
I would hate to see a report for this. I mean, obviously it depends a little bit on how it is argumented, you know. I mean, if Darren lost track...
I don't know. Don't the incidents just get... doesn't the race just get reviewed by Igiawa and then he just dishes out the penalties?
I'm not quite sure, honestly. That is... I mean, that's an okay system to do. But it's also a little bit like... not dictatorship, but I don't like that it's only
it's
one
just how
one
it
person.
works in real life as well, so kind of... You have like a central position or something.
But it's not one person reviewing it. That's my main issue.
Calm down. It's just a tiny community.
Yeah. I understand you.
Whoever does it, does it.
Okay, now that was a little bit too much on Darren's side, I think. How he closed that was too much. McVision now obviously overtaking Stealth because Stealth just got too much out there. And Stealth immediately getting back at McVision. Oh man, that is great racing. Yeah, McVision has to take it. Now let's look at charged. He's already 3.5 seconds ahead of Grandi. By the way, top 3 is looking immensely boring.
Oh, I mean, Yuki with a mistake.
Oh, now Nestori also joins the fight. Oh.
Yuki has to switch to another tire about.
Okay, we now have a 4-way fight. We have the English Minister of Defense apparently, and Darren, who now it seems like finally gets overtaken by Stealth, who makes all use of his tires. Darren with shot out hards at 48% made it immensely hard for Stealth. And again, there were 2 things that I would say were not clean racing. The rest of it was pretty much very good. First one being that under the bridge Darren pushed Stealth out of track, and the second one being the very unnecessary left move after he came out of the hairpin on the straight before the 130R corner. But yeah, now Stealth is clear. 12 seconds to Frosini. Obviously, he won't close the gap in that few laps, but he is also 1.5 seconds ahead of his next competitor Nestori, who has to defend a little bit from McVision. But McVision now again on the grass. McVision with the green car, maybe identifying as a lawnmower today. Oh, we have a car. That was Stealth off in the hairpin, not the hairpin, in the chicane. Oh no. Oh, and Steph gets overtaken by the Williams of Jabens. Oh, that is unfortunate for Stealth. Damn it, he just was free of Darren. Damn. Oh, that is super unfortunate. I'm not quite sure if he had legs, but oh fuck. That's a gut punch. Where is Cyberpunk? Ah, here, P8. Yeah, well, he improved a good bit. Cyberpunk now joining the battle between Stealth and Whiplash. And I hope... Ooh, Stealth now. Trying his best outside of 130R, breaking into the chicane. What is Cyberpunk doing? Cyberpunk's not close enough, 1.2 seconds. Ooh, Javen's now in the draft. Does he do it? He waits this time. I think he waits. 130R into the final chicane seems to be a very good overtaking spot. Whew. Whisper now having the unfortunate meeting with Darren. The two grids meet again on track. One in the Aston Martin, the other one in the Visa Cash App RB. And it will be interesting to see how much Darren is now risking in defense against Whisper, because Whisper is a very, very good driver. And Whisper knows his racing, so it will be interesting. And Darren, I don't know if Darren just let Whisper go there or if he made a bad exit, but it's incredible, man. Okay, Waffle. So you are like head of strategies. What did you? Is there like a conclusion you would say which was the fastest now? I mean, it's only 5 more laps, so or 4.
I wouldn't necessarily say there was like very much the fastest, but the most used strategy seems to be with the Mets. So 2 times Mets and 1 times Hearts. One of the only exceptions being Yuki Boy, who used 3 times Hearts, sadly.
Yeah, okay.
But other than that, yeah, I would say the Mets, the double Mets and the Hearts won this one. Because I mean, it's also like the second strategy recommended by Igiava as well. And most people usually like more tire life than necessarily the faster tires sometime. Especially when the strat kind of... Yeah, especially if you're more inside of fights or so, sometimes then having a Met tire can help to just fight a little bit more.
Massive moment in the corner. Jean Melee now joining the fight.
But other than that, really not many surprises in strategy.
Okay.
I guess the only thing to point out is that Igiava and Stealth are the only ones who used softs, as well as Dramit.
Crazy.
So...
but the softs, they die so early. I understand why people then say, come on, let's leave them be.
Yeah, it's understandable. But funnily enough, those 3 people all used their softs in a different stint. So Stealth used it in the beginning, Igiava in the middle, and Dramit towards the end, yes. So, if you were to play tire bingo or something...
You would have there a strong connection.
Yeah. It's a funny coincidence.
Charged is now behind Grongos and Whiplash. I hope they let him pass. But this is like only the 3rd lapping, I think. Yeah. Boxer, who got lapped very early in the race. OD Girls and Thales are already lapped. And the next 2 will be Grongos.
Fight for P4 is gonna go on. Nestori against McVision here. Getting very close together.
Ooh, yeah, indeed. McVision is really risking it again with the corner cutting shit. He was so close there through one of the S's. That's like top unnecessary, I would add. Do you think McVision will get Nestor? Because I feel like right now he's lacking a little bit in ultimate pace. I mean, he has one lap pressure tires or two, but Nestor is still pulling away a little bit better.
Yeah, he was close in the beginning of the lap, but with the couple mistakes he did. But right now he's again, I think, from what striking distance. Yeah.
Nah, 0.4 isn't striking distance. 0.2 were the differences that we saw overtakes. I think Nestori is very much struggling in the first sector, and McVision is maybe struggling a bit more in the middle sector, and then it evens out at the end a little bit. Because now he's making slight progress, and Nestori...
just about to finish the race, by the way.
Okay, nice. Then let's have a look at this.
Corner.
Whiplash wants to finish the race as well on the lead lap. Refuses to get lapped there. Yeah, charged. Very good, well-earned first position. Grandi with a good comeback after a rough start in P2. We have then Freseni in P3, insane from P10. Nestori P4, seems like he'll keep it. McVision 2.7 behind. But yeah, Nestori P4, McVision P5. P6 goes to Stealth, Jabins P7. Great recovery from Cyberpunk as well in P8. Whisper coming into P9. Really?
Losing a position.
Oh no.
With Darren reset it on the start-finish straight and give away his position to Travelli because of that. Whoops.
Okay.
I think it was a misclick.
Darren in P11 then? Darren out of the points with that?
Yeah.
I respond. What the fuck?
Oh no.
Oh
just
no.
Suddenly respawned on the start finish straight. Just pressed it. No. Oh.
Oh shit.
I think that's the biggest surprise of tonight.
I guess so. Finish 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Sorry guys for the door screeching. My wife just arrived home. Yeah. Whoa. That is, dude. Yeah, unfortunate, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, let's talk the obvious thing here. Grandi charged Freseni, Grandi Freseni. Let's keep it in the right order. Great race from him. Nestori defended very well from McVision. Stealth with the very unfortunate incidents going off track. And yeah, was a great race. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And okay, guys, I think that's it from me. Waffle, do you have to add something to this?
Not too much. I think it was a very interesting race in total, especially in terms of strategy and maybe also getting used to writing down all the pit stops. It's hard to do.
Indeed, it
maybe
is.
because I missed some left and right sometimes, because even then, like with many people going into the pits at the same time and then keeping track of who was it and who kept what tire on then before the next one comes in is hard. But I think it's something nice to add to the cast.
For me, definitely. I mean, interesting. And it's super helpful for me to have this information to fall back on, to then say, okay, yeah, we saw this and that, and yeah, it's just immensely helpful for me. And I think we do that again in the future, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I think the only thing I would love to add would but I don't know if I can do that actually. It's like writing down the position when they pit it.
Whoa, that would be mega, but
because then for myself I could have a better overview of what happened during the race. Because for me it's like I only write down the pits, but in this table view I have no sorting, so I have no idea who's at what position at that moment and what happened during the race. And
true.
Even then comparing the strats, it's like a little bit harder.
It would be crazy to have like a script that is doing that for you, but I think then we need a lot more
time
for this stuff.
I experiment about it.
For real though.
But,
nice.
Yeah. I did get the question of maybe like unrelated to anything, like what kind of features I would like on the Tsura website, and I just told him those things. Like it was one of the things I told him. I don't know if it's a possibility, but maybe.
It's really cool.
But yeah, that's it from me as well, I think.
Yeah.
Interesting race, interesting role I had to play in this one. Also kind of nice to just sit back and just write stuff down. And
thank you so much for your support, Waffe. It's a blast working with you. And yeah, hopefully everybody had a good time. Have a nice evening rewatching the stream, guys. And yeah, see you for the next one. Hey, thank you for sending GG, man. You did great stuff, man. Hope you had a great time, guys. Okay, I'm out now. Good night, and have a great evening. Don't forget to join Cyber. I think he'll probably do the race analysis now. And yeah, I'm too lazy to sort out a link now, but you guys all know it. Come on, not be lazy like me. Search the link for yourself, guys. Good night, and see you to the next one. Bye.